SAG-AFTRA and the Writers Guild of America are both on strike right now. Hollywood is right now canceled. How does this affect the Orville? Well, I'm going to tell you. I got some good news, I got some bad news, and I got some okay news, and we're going to get into it right now. Welcome back to Talking the Orville on Egotastic FunTime. You know me, you guys. The Orville's my thing. That's what we talk about. We're a fandom. And we've been waiting a long time to hear news of a new season of the Orville. And there's been rumors that are spread around. Rumors are spread around about the Orville every single year, usually about twice a year since I've been covering the Orville for the last 6-7 years. We recently learned that the Orville is officially not canceled. It is not canceled. It's had a rough go of figuring out what it's going to do after season 3 because it's a very expensive show, but it's got a huge fandom, and the Orville has been in the top 10 of requested shows on Hulu for the entire year. It's always been in the top 10. I think right now it's number 8 of most requested things that people want to watch on Hulu. Producers of the Orville have been taken to social media because that rumor came out that the Orville was canceled. It's not going to get another season. They said, no, that's not true at all. Seth MacFarlane wants to keep it going. He's not going to take no or maybe for an answer when it comes to the studios providing funding to get another season or something going with the Orville. So that's great. So officially, kind of right now, the Orville plans on making more Orville content for us, the fans, to watch. But now there's the strike. Actors from the Orville, production staff, and the actors were asked about whether they want to do a 4th season or not by the production. And they said, yes, of course. And they're like, awesome. That's great. Then the writer's strike came about. And they're like, oh, damn. Seth MacFarlane, of course, is a member of the Writers Guild of America. So he's on strike too with the writers, since he writes most of his projects that he has. He says, everything I'm working on right now is on hold until the writer's strike is figured out. But now there's the SAG strike, the Actors Guild, which pretty much shuts down everything. I have a list right here of all the things that actors are not allowed to do during the strike, and it is a lot of things. So, and this is summer. This is when the conventions are going. This is when tours are going. Comic-Con is coming up, you guys. And I'm telling you right now, a lot of those actors that are supposed to show up for Comic-Con on the panels and to say, hey, what's up, everybody, to promote whatever project they're working on, which pretty much everything in Hollywood is a promotion for something, right? They're trying to sell something to us at all times. Actors are not allowed to do any of that. So expect, if it's already happening already, a lot of actors will be canceling their appearances at conventions and a lot of other things as well. But there's also some ways to work around that so they're able to do some of the things. You're going to be able to see some of the actors. We'll get to that here in just a second. I'm going to give you a list of all the things actors are not allowed to do right now during this strike against all the greedy people from Hollywood. And then we'll get into how this is affecting the Orville right now and possible ways that we'll be getting more Orville in the future, you guys. So right now, actors are not allowed to, according to SAG-AFTRA, they're not allowed to act. They're not allowed to sing for a production. They're not allowed to dance for a production. No dancing. This is like Footloose, you guys. They can't perform stunts, so stunt performers are not allowed to work right now. Piloting on-camera aircraft. If you can fly on camera, you're not allowed to do that right now, you guys. Puppeteering. No. Sorry, Sesame Street. Performance capture or motion capture work. Does that affect video games? It might affect video games. I don't have the answer to that now, but some of you might know the answer to that, and you can let us all know in the comments below. ADR looping. I don't know what ADR stands for, but I'm sure it's audio. So no ADR looping. You can't do a TV trailer. You can't make a TV trailer as a promotion or theatrical trailer for a promotion. We are not promoting anything right now when it comes to film or television / streaming. Streaming is basically all the television people watch now. Voice acting. You cannot go behind the scenes and do some voice acting. You can't sing. We already knew that. Narration cannot be done. I am so sorry, Morgan Freeman. You're completely out of work. No stunt coordinating and related services. So even if you know you're going to be working on something once the strike is over, whenever that may be, maybe a few months, you can't be planning stuff. You can't be working on how a stunt's going to go, even if you're not going to film it for next year. You can't do nothing right now, you guys. Let's continue this list. Can't do background work, which makes sense. You're not going to be able to do background work because nothing is filming right now. Everything is shut down. All studios are shut down until the strike is over. When will the strike be over? When all the studio executives that make all the money for doing, I have no idea what. They make all that money until they decide to start paying their actors and their writers. You can't do stand-in work, which, you know, if you don't know, stand-in work is when they're setting up the shots and they'll have stand-ins pretending to be the main actors that are supposed to be in the shot so they can get the lighting set and the colors set. And they'll have the stand-ins wear the same colors that the actor is supposed to wear. Maybe they'll be wearing the exact same outfit. But it's also that the crew can set up a shot. Photo and or body doubles. You can't be taking photos on a set. You can't do fittings. You can't do wardrobe tests or makeup tests. You can't do anything that helps a production keep things rolling. You can't do rehearsals or camera tests. Nothing. Scanning. You know the movie Scanners? Well, you can't be doing no scanning. You can't be blowing up people's heads, you guys. You can't do interviews and auditions. No, you can't, promote your film. You can't go on a chat show. You can't go on a podcast and say, oh, I got a film coming out. And there's a lot of movies coming out right now because they all got finished before the strike started. I kind of want to see Barbie. That looks like a fun, silly movie. Can't do any promotion or publicity services for work under TV or theatrical contract. Can't do tours. You can't do personal appearances. You can't do interviews. You can't do conventions. Talking to you, Comic-Con. Actors cannot go to Comic-Con unless they go on their own dime. And I'm telling you right now that these actors do not make the money that you think they make. 136,000 actors, they're barely making it. Most of the actors in SAG are barely making it. Barely making $20,000 a year, $5,000 a year. It's not what you think. If you see somebody on TV, that person's probably struggling in most cases, even the recognizable faces. All thanks to you, streaming services not paying your people. So Comic-Con, there's going to be a lot less panels with all the actors that you want to see on those, but they might show up because it is still legal for actors to go to these conventions on their own dime so they can sell autographs, talk to people, but they cannot talk about their projects. They can talk about the strike. They can say, hey, the weather is really great today. You can talk to them about that, but they're not going to be able to talk about whatever films are in the can waiting to come out or things that have been done. Cannot do fan expos. I don't know the difference between an expo and a convention, but hey, can't do festivals, film festivals. Can't even go to Cannes Film Festival, you guys. Can't do for your consideration events. There was a lot of for your consideration events for the Emmys recently. The Orville had a for your consideration event to try to promote the show to be nominated for an Emmy. They got totally snubbed. Usually, science fiction is usually the best content out there, with the best stories, the best writing, the best action, the best things going on. The best social commentary comes from science fiction. But you know, award shows aren't caught up on that stuff, you guys. But the Emmys probably aren't even going to happen because they're not going to be able to have any guests, no presenters, no actors cannot go to these things. So I'm pretty sure the Emmys are canceled. They can't do panels. You go to a convention to watch your favorite actor on a panel. Not going to happen, you guys. Premieres, screenings, obviously can't do it. Award shows, right there, that's the Emmys. No Emmys going on until this is over, you guys. Junkets. Actors don't even want to do junkets anyway. They're horrible. Podcast appearances. They cannot do social media promotion. Actors can still have their social media accounts. Hey, what's up? Here's the taco salad I had. Look at this awesome picture with me in a taco salad. But they cannot do film, TV promotions on their social media site. Goodbye, Hollywood, until you come back in a new, better form. Hollywood 6.0 at this point. Hollywood's been around a long time. They've had to deal with this before. This is the first time in 60 years that SAG and the Writers Guild have both been on strike. There's been so many changes in the industry, in film and in television over the years, thanks to streaming services. All the movies I watch are on streaming. All the TV shows I watch are on streaming. But all the contracts of what to pay people for doing these roles, entertaining us, making us at least enjoy the lives that we're living right now. They're all working off contracts from before streaming even existed. So streaming's been kind of they're not paying people what they're supposed to pay. You know, if someone does a show and it gets watched 1 million times, they're only getting paid for that day. The Orville, how does this affect the Orville? Because of the writer's strike, which it's been a few months since the writer's strike started, you know, the ones that create everything that we love to watch and enjoy. They've been on strike for 2-3 months, and Hollywood's stated before the actor strike, SAG strike, that they don't even plan on talking to the writers until like October or something like that, which is just kind of a dick move. You know, it's the rich execs that are making money off everything. They don't care about the realism, the things that people are going through, the actual people. They just want, you know, things filmed so they can put it out there and hopefully get some subscriptions fees from us. But the Orville was planning on moving forward. Writer strike happened. They said, okay, we're gonna stop everything. Seth had to stop the Ted series for Peacock, which is, I think, almost pretty much done and ready to go, but it's on hold right now. And the other things that he's working on is on hold right now. The strike is making everything be on hold right now, and we are waiting for Seth MacFarlane to get all his list of projects that he's working on done so we could get back to the Orville, which he plans to do. But they did just recently say that the Orville is going to be moving forward with something. They're going to be doing more Orville. Well, I don't know exactly what that means. Are we getting a whole season? Because I do know there's some stuff written for a 4th season, like the audiobook Sympathy for the Devil that was not able to be filmed for season 3. He wants to put it in season 4. I hear rumors that he said that that he's already written a few things for season 4 in case they get one. But I have no idea if more Orville will be a season or if it'll be a film or a couple films. I have no idea if it'll be on Disney. Disney loves the Orville, but it's pricey. And Disney's trying to save money right now too. All the streaming services are trying to save money right now. Will Seth MacFarlane go out of his own pocket to make more Orville for us fans? I do not know. So I don't know if we're getting movies, an entire season. I don't know where it's going to be landing. It could possibly be going to Peacock if Disney doesn't renew it. Though I think Disney and Hulu is a great place to showcase the Orville. I personally would love to see it on Peacock because I love Peacock. I highly recommend Peacock to you guys. It's got some great stuff and it's got some great new films on there from the theaters that Peacock was able to negotiate with and get them on their service. You got to stay tuned to Egotastic FunTime because I'll keep you all apprised as news comes out. But I'm not expecting a lot of news right now from the Orville until these strikes are over. Once the strikes are done, I'm assuming both strikes, SAG and the Writers Guild, I would expect some full official news from the Orville camp about the future of the Orville. If you want to stay apprised, subscribe to this channel. Check out egotasticfuntime.com. We can have a lot of fun together. I'll see you guys very soon. And let me know what you think of all of this. This is crazy stuff. You like watching brand new things that are coming out? Well, there's not going to be a lot of new stuff coming out for the rest of the year, really. The few things that have already been announced might come out, probably will come out, but anything after that, we're going to be pretty bored for a while. So just come hang out with me, JP, on Egotastic FunTime. And remember, we all do better when we all do better. Love you. Bye-bye.